evening and welcome to your evening practice where we're going to really get into the shoulders. It's our movement time at the end of the day, releasing tension from the shoulders, allowing us to relax into the evening ahead. So let's starting in a hero's pose, knees together, feet together, sitting back on your heels or cross-legged if that's more comfortable for you. Placing your hands facing down on your lap and closing down the eyes. Tilting your chin slightly inward towards your chest. Taking an inhale through the nose. Sending the exhale out through gently parted lips. Repeating this cycle, inhale through the nose and exhaling slowly out through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose, pausing at the top of your inhale and then letting the breath go out through the mouth. Inhaling, being gentle and slow with the inhale and restful in your pause, so relaxing shoulders. And then when you're ready, exhaling out through the mouth. Continuing with this cycle, you yourself will be able to judge how far you can go with your inhale. Challenging the pause. How long can we restfully stay in pause? And that sense of letting go, dropping down as we exhale. This breath is a wonderful way at the end of a busy day just to drop back into yourself. So with your exhales, can you get that sense of dropping down, dropping the bundle, letting go of everything that has gone on in your day, letting go of expectation of anything you need to go with the exhale, just dropping into these moments, this very moment. On your next exhale, drawing chin down towards chest, letting the top of the head drop all the way down. Facing down, or that expression of going inward, mudra, to reflect inward. As you inhale, lifting up the chin up towards the ceiling, dropping the head back, reaching up through the chin, stretching out the front of the throat, releasing any tension that may have been caused through communication throughout our day. As you exhale, drawing down, chin towards chest. And we'll roll over so that left ear is close to left shoulder. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Lift the chin. A lightness of expression around your cheeks and your eyes. Drawing back through center. Go over to the other side. Finding that sweet spot. Let your shoulders rest even more. And letting the right ear feel heavy down towards your right shoulder. Lifting the chin. Rolling back up through center, and we'll take a roll of the shoulders up towards the ears and then back behind us. One more roll. Up and as far back as you can go. Lovely. Let us come up onto our knees, up to a knee standing position. Toes are untucked. Pull the tailbone so that it's facing down and belly button is drawn in. If you need any support for your knees, place a blanket underneath your knees. And we'll begin by extending the left leg out away from us. Resting left hand onto the leg. Inhale, right arm up towards the ceiling. Already we begin to feel that stretch along the right side of the body. This might be enough. Or if you would like to go further, palm facing out towards your left foot, reach up and over towards the side. You can slide your left hand down your left leg. Keep the chin lifted. That will be our reminder throughout the class. Keep the tops of the shoulders relaxed. We don't want to bring tension into the face, into the jaw. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, sweeping that right hand down onto the mat, tips of fingers or maybe palm, and then sending the left arm up towards the ceiling. Some of us might be getting ready to engage the core, flex the left foot and lifting up, floating, turning the left palm facing down and drawing alongside your arm. Breathing, good work. Keep the core engaged and get that feeling of pushing out through your heel, reaching through your fingertips. And breathing. For 3, 2, 1. Landing the foot down, sweeping up. And we come back to our knees standing down. Take a big wide arm, spreading your arms wide, palms facing forward. Can you turn your fingertips so that they're facing back behind you, opening up the front of the body. Deep inhale. And with your next exhale, let's sweep the right arm underneath the left, scissoring the arms across, palms are facing down. Bend the elbows so that the backs of the hands are looking at one another. To go even further, wrap your wrists around so the palms are facing one another. Notice your shoulders will have gone up towards your ears. Drop the tops of the shoulders. Feel your shoulder blades drop down. Can you now pull your elbows away from you and up? Feel that in the back of your shoulder blades. And then we begin to take the elbows for a dance. So beginning to swirl the elbows around in circles. This is where you can get a little bit creative and start intuitively listening to your body. Maybe you're lifting elbows up and drawing in towards your belly. Or you might be doing a bit of a zigzag dance or a swirly one. Whatever dance movement would feel good for you, that is your medicine this evening. And then we are beginning to open the arms out wide, spreading once again. And we'll take our right foot out towards the side. Right hand rests down onto the right leg. And as we inhale, reaching left arm up, stretching up, feeling that length through the left side of the body, palm facing in towards the body. Lengthen. And then drawing arm alongside left ear. Begin to slide your right hand further down your leg. Keep the chin lifted and a lightness of expression. And taking one more inhale. And as we exhale, sweeping left hand down onto the mat, right hand reaches up. Can we press down on the left hand? Really sturdy. Engage the core by pulling belly button in towards spine. Left foot is really pressing down onto the mat, and the right foot is feeling like there is a hot air balloon attached attached to your ankle. Feel the energy points. Right hand shooting up towards the ceiling, right heel shooting away from us. And now we're strong for 3, 2. Challenge yourself by looking up towards your extended hand. Keep the foot floating. And with control, can we land the right foot down, sweeping back up. We're going to bring the right knee in so that we're standing. A big, wide, open, ready to hug someone type movement. Flex your fingers back towards the back and just open your chest. Turning your palms facing down and sweep left arm underneath right all the way across. This is the kind of important part. See how wide you can get your shoulder blades. See how crossed you can get your elbows, and then bend at the forearms, wrapping around to connect palms together wherever you're at here, whatever type of bind. Drop the tops of your shoulders, pull the elbows away and up. And then take the elbows for a dance in whatever way feels good. You can always bring bum back towards heels. Breathe and dance. And drop any seriousness that we might be bringing to our practice by giving our body permission to move freely and with a bit of joy this evening. Releasing the hands. We're going to come down onto our tabletop position. Beginning now to move through our cat-cow. We inhale to lift up the chest, tailbone up towards the ceiling. Notice your toes. Are they kind of floaty or just relaxed? Press the toes down into the mat and get that sense of pulling the heels of the hands towards you. Take a gentle bend in your elbows towards the body and see if you can lift your heart even further. As you exhale, rounding in, push the mat away from you with your hands and your feet. Pull the belly button up towards the spine, chin in towards chest. Inhale, lifting up into cow pose. Begin to bend the elbows towards you. This time we're going to take the shoulders a little forward so that we can bend the elbows even more, lowering down as much as you can. We're only going to go halfway for the first one. And as we inhale, we push up. Exhale, draw back towards heels. So we're going to work to build a bit of heat here, going to where feels comfortable for you. On your next inhale, come forward. Lift up the chest and the bum, like in our cow pose. Let the chest come forward, bend the elbows and down. So we're going all the way down, knees, chest and chin. Keep the elbows drawn in. On your next inhale, push up and exhale, draw back. This is building up upper arm strength. Let's move through 3 together. Inhale, forward, forward, forward. Bend the elbows. Keep the tailbone lifted, lowering down as far as you can. With your inhale, push up. Exhale, draw back. The next 2 rounds, let's focus on our belly button. So keep the belly button drawn in as we come forward, lift the chest, keep belly button still engaged and then lowering down. Can you pause a moment here and then use the inhale and your strength to bring you back up? We'll all move together on the last one. A big inhale, our strongest, strong in the core, lowering down, bum high in the air, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, push up. Exhale, draw back, take the knees out wide, feet together, sink the bum down, reach the hands forward. Child's pose, an active child's pose. We're going to come up onto the tips of the fingers, lengthen through the arms, tailbone reaches back towards heels. Option to come down and then just rest the chin on the mat. Releasing, pressing the hands down. We're coming back into our tabletop position, tucking toes, lifting hips up into the air, downward facing dog. Let's pay a bit of attention to our shoulders in this practice. So spreading your fingers nice and wide, push the mat away from you so that you can really reach the tailbone back. We'll have a gentle bend in the knees so that we can really focus on our back and our shoulders. The head is loose, so can you nod yes, nod no, and then fix your gaze in between your feet. Keep that gentle bend. Use the hands to push the mat away. Can you feel your chest come closer towards your upper thighs? And this is where we often now draw the shoulder blades too far in. So can you take your armpits, imagine like they want to turn and look at one another. Lovely. Remember the relaxed head. Lovely. And now push your heels further down towards the mat. And we'll slowly walk to the front of the mat. On our inhale, lifting up halfway, hands to shins. Staying here, engage the core, pull belly button in towards spine. We're going to bring hands, slide them up onto the hips. You can lift the chest and look forward. Staying here, or options. Reach your left arm alongside your ear. Reach your right arm alongside the ear. So the energy is pushing down through the heels, out through the backs of the knees, reaching forward, looking in between the hands. And now we begin to swim. So turning the palms away from us, sweeping back. Inhale, sweeping hands forward. Exhale, sweeping back. So half circle movements with the arms. Let's do 3 more to swim to the finish line. Good. And reach the hands forward, lifting up, pushing out through the backs of the knees. And as you exhale, come forward, down. A soft bend in the knees is always nice as you inhale, sweeping all the way up, palms together overhead. And as you exhale, hands to heart center. Plant hands down either side, palms facing forward. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Reach the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Feel that space in between your shoulders and your ears. And with a inhale, sweeping arms up overhead, palms together, look up towards thumbs. Sending the hands down, hinge at the hips, coming forward, fold. Push the palms down into the mat, tuck the forehead in, and lift up through the tailbone. Energy pushing down through heels and out through backs of the knees. Use your inhale to lift halfway up. We know how strong we are in our halfway lift now. Plant the hands, step back, plank pose. Moving through that movement we did, drop the knees, lowering down knees, chest and chin. This time sliding through, inhale into cobra, lifting chest. Shoulders down away from the ears, open the chest, shoulder blades drawn in. Releasing, tucking the toes, lifting up, downward facing dog. Walk, step, or a gentle hop Inhale halfway, maybe tips of the fingers are on the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping arms up, palms together. Exhale, heart center. Hands down by our side, Tadasana. Moving with the breath. Inhale, sweeping up. Follow your hands with your gaze. Exhale, folding forward. Push the palms down. Inhale, halfway lift. Planting hands down, step back, retain breath as you lower down. Maybe full chaturanga this time. Lowering all the way. Inhale, lifting up the chest. Push down on the tops of the toes and your pelvis. Lift up through the heart and the chin. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Walk, step, or a hop. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Stepping your right foot back as far as you can. Coming into a warrior two, front foot forward, back foot towards the side of the mat. Bending through the front knee. So we want to tuck the tailbone, draw the belly button in so that we're strong in our core. We're going to need all this in our next movement. So extending the arms away from you. Keeping our shoulders relaxed. Can we draw the shoulders up towards the ears and then drop them? Feeling that difference. On your next breath, turning your front palm facing up, reaching up and over. So we're trying to draw left arm alongside left ear. Keep the bend through your left knee. Option to hold on to your left wrist. Relax the tops of your shoulders. So kind of let the arms loose and then lengthen. Almost like you're trying to draw your armpit towards your left ear. Inhale. Keep belly button drawn in as we bring the left forearm down towards the bent knee. Extending right arm up towards the ceiling. Looking up. Options here. Bringing left hand down to the inside of your front foot. Keep your chest open, shoulder blades drawn in. Third option, really press down on the feet. Keep the core engaged to sweep the left arm underneath your front leg, right arm behind, into a bind. And this is often where we stay with the heart looking down at the mat. But what we want to do is spin the heart up towards the ceiling. As you look up towards the ceiling, press down on the feet. Breathing. For 3, 2, 1, with control, releasing, sweeping the front hand down, and we pivot on the back foot, dropping the back knee, untucking the toe. We're finding this low lunge position up onto the fingertips, runner's lunge. To avoid just dumping down into it, press down on your front foot. Energetically draw your back knee in towards your heel, and you almost start to float up. Tuck tailbone, core is engaged. And as we inhale, lifting the arms up overhead, we're going to let the hands fall down onto the elbows. So we're making a frame with our arms around our face. Take a little smile in your framed face. Can you drop the tops of your shoulders? You might feel your arms come closer to you. And then begin to lift up through the right elbow. So if we wanted the right elbow to touch the ceiling. And then how would it feel for the left elbow to go up that high? And then releasing, hands down onto the mat. Bring the front foot back. We're in that tabletop position. Sliding down, knees, chest, and chin. So come up like you're in a cow pose. Come forward, bend. Keep bum lifted. And as you inhale, slide forward and up into our cobra. Take a moment here. Notice, are your heels falling away from one another? We want to draw the heels in towards one another so they're facing back rather than facing out. Glutes are engaged. Take one more breath. And as you exhale, draw all the way down. We're going to stay here on our belly for a moment. Can we take the arms out wide so that the tips of the fingers are on the ground? Elbows are drawn up. Hands are kind of just ahead of our ears and out as far as we can. With the inhale, we're going to press down on the fingertips, draw the elbows down as we lift up the chest and lift up the heart. Notice the heels keep pushing the toes down into the mat. Inhale, and as we exhale, very slowly roll the front of your body down onto the mat. Take that one more time. Inhale. Elbows draw down, heart lifts, and exhale, roll all the way down. Hands either side of our shoulders, push back into downward facing dog. Let's take 3 breaths, remembering all those cues from earlier. Spread fingers, armpits look at one another. Head nods yes and no. And then we take a breath in through the nose. We're sending this breath now out through the mouth. Imagining like we have a fire dragon's breath and we're sending our fire down in between the feet. Inhaling and 2 more. Keep the armpits drawn in towards one another. And we walk to the front of the mat. And gentle bend in the knees, the arms reach out and up overhead. Exhale down to heart center, stepping your left foot back, warrior 2 on the other side, bending through the front knee, arms out wide, getting really sturdy on your feet. So can you feel the backs of all your front toes and the outer edge of your back foot pressing down, evening the weight through the feet. On your inhale, turn the front palm up, bringing up and draping over. Bend through your front knee. Take hold of your right wrist. Relax the tops of your shoulders and then gently draw your ear even closer. Lift your chin. Take another breath. Draw belly button in to make us sturdy for our next pose, bringing the right forearm down, just resting down. All the strength is in our feet. That's where we're getting our support. Reach the left arm up and you have your options. Tips of fingers, palm pushing down. Keep the chest open. Spin that left shoulder away from you. And drop the left shoulder blade down. And if we're going for the bind, sweep right arm under, connect behind, and then spin the chest up. You might need to adjust your feet just a little bit so that we're nice and sturdy. And then we have the power to look up and feel supported. For 3, and 2, and 1, with control, releasing. Left hand sweeps forward and down. Pivot on back foot. Drop back knee, untuck toe. That runner's lunge to get us set up. Energetically draw the back knee in and everything kind of fires up then and you can rise up. We're taking our hands into prayer position on this side. With an inhale, drawing the prayer hands up towards the ceiling. opening the palms forward. And as you exhale, draw the elbows down and in. Notice the belly. Keep it engaged as you inhale, palms together and up. Exhale, open and down. 2 more rounds. Inhale up and offering. And as we exhale, a receiving. Last round. Bringing hands down either side of front foot. We slide our front foot back. Tuck the toes. Send the hips high. A downward facing dog. See if you can now push down through the heels a little further. Push out through the backs of the knees. Sinking the chest a little bit deeper. And remembering that the armpits want to smile at one another. Very slowly, with control, can you come high on your heels? High up on your heels. We're going to come forward. We're just very slowly beginning to lower our knees all the way down, but with control. Landing down onto the knees. Untuck the toes. Let's get nice and sturdy here in our tabletop position. We're going to take right arm, hand facing up, sliding it behind left wrist, reaching as far as you can go. Bend through the left arm so that you can land safely down. Hips are staying over the knees. Reach the left hand forward, coming into this twisting bind. We're pushing down on the back of your right hand, reaching the fingers of the left hand as far forward as you can, and the feet are not floating, they are pushing down, giving us that support. You might want to take a bind. Left hand comes behind your back and holds on to the top of your right thigh. Notice when you push down on your right back of hand, you can open the heart towards the ceiling a little bit more. Taking one more breath. To release, bringing the left hand beside your head, pushing down to very safely come up. We're on our all fours once again, over to the other side. This time, left hand slides behind. So palm facing up. This is the important part, to really reach as far as you can go, and then land softly down. Side of head, left shoulder. Begin by reaching your right hand forward. You might choose to sweep your hand behind, taking that bind. And if we're feeling confident on this side, feel sturdy, pushing your left hand down into the ground, your left foot down into the ground, and stepping your right foot back behind you, balancing, breathing. Slowly bringing the knee down if it's up. Taking a breath. Drawing right arm, hand down by your head. Pushing down to very safely come up. Down onto our tabletop position. Lifting up the heart. Eyes are closed. We're drawing really far inward now. As you exhale, rounding, round the belly button up towards the spine, and then feel the belly button draw back towards your heels. Hands stay where they are. Let that be a
Nice stretch for your lower back. Let the armpits drop, tops of shoulders drop. Inhale through the nose and sighing out. And very slowly slide your hands alongside you. We're being very gentle and mindful to extend your legs forward, finding your Shavasana. Any props that would be comfortable for you, a blanket, an eye pillow. Taking what you need and then taking our Shavasana pose with the feet out wide, palms facing up, relaxing the back of the head down, tucking chin slightly inward, and letting the ground and earth beneath you to fully carry your weight. Letting it fully hold you. With each exhale, allowing your weight to drop fully into all the support that lies beneath you. Let each exhale be an invitation to let go of anywhere you feel you might be holding on. Scanning from the top of your head down through the face, chest, shoulders and upper arms. Every exhale, an invitation for any of those areas to relax. Around your elbows and forearms, hands, and all the way down your back and hips, around the upper legs, knees, and shins, ankles and feet. Letting go and letting them drop down, down, down into the earth. Inviting you for the last moment to draw left hand over heart space and right hand on top. If there is anything that draws to mind that you would like to let go of this evening, anything that you do not need to bring further in your day, what can be left behind? Take an inhale, and with your exhale, letting that thing go.
allowing yourself to now breathe into the space below the hands, filling that space up with your breath. Your vitality. Slowly drawing your knees in towards your chest and allowing them to gently fall down to the side. Allowing yourself to slowly come up to a seated position. We are keeping eyes closed, drawing palms together in a gesture of thanks, to express our gratitude to the day, to the blessings, drawing to mind one thing that you are thankful for today. Take an inhale to let that fill up your body. And as you exhale, bowing down with thanks, we say namaste. Namaste, and have a lovely, restful evening.